Hello, welcome to ELA. I'm so sorry this is being posted late. Oh, my computer was being so slow adding the math for today. So this is late. It's not going to be a very long lesson today because nothing is due for your ELA until Monday. Today, we're kind of doing a bit of a scavenger hunt looking for really effective leads. That's going to be our focus today. So that hopefully you're able to enhance the work of your leads a little bit. Okay, so you can just watch, you don't have to take notes or anything like that. Okay, so we're talking today about effective leads. And I just did a little search online and found a couple of them, one you've already even read. Okay, so the goal of a lead is to hook the reader so that you want them to keep reading. You don't want to give away all the information right away. You want them to keep reading beyond the first thing that you have written. Okay, so this is kind of these are some tips. First, you have to grab their attention in the fewest words as possible. So there shouldn't be any extra stuff added in. The next thing is the first 3 words are super important. Rather than starting with on Wednesday, last week, okay, can you start with something different? So, examples here. One of the biggest fears. Okay, those are pretty powerful words to begin. Or over here, everywhere you go lately. Okay, those are pretty strong ones because it gets us automatically interested in the next few words that are going to lead off of that. Next, suggested maximum of 2 sentences. Okay, so both of these have, 2 sentences. Okay, there shouldn't be any more than 2 sentences in your lead. Tell them something new. Okay, so what new information do you have for them? So this one of the biggest fears of frontline healthcare workers is bringing the coronavirus home with them and infecting their loved ones. Okay, maybe not something new yet, but that definitely is hooking us. Well, yeah, that is a fear. That overwhelming concern, okay, that's a pretty strong word, has helped drive an innovative solution. RVs on loan for at-risk medical personnel. Okay, so they have told us something new. They've told us, okay, how this is kind of being solved. Same thing with this one. Okay, so everywhere we go lately, someone reminds you to wash your hands. Okay, that's not really new. What difference does it make? Soap and water can't fight the global pandemic. It can actually. In fact, hand washing stops COVID-19 in its tracks. Okay, so that one's a little bit kind of more, I guess. They've kind of extended that into the next one. They've really drawn you in to want to read beyond. And I guess some people might know this, but the key thing is we do want to spread new information that people are going to be excited to read about. So use the shock factor to make them keep reading. Okay, both of those have shock factors. They had concern, they had innovative. What do they have here? Making a difference. Okay. Next, stick to the facts. Yep, cannot include any personal opinions. Oh yeah, okay, cannot involve opinion or personal ideas. Don't give away too much information about why, so we shouldn't be gone into that yet. Choose strong vocabulary carefully. So if we do use words like innovative, we have to make sure that it's well placed, not just like going to the thesaurus and looking up words that you think sound like jazzier and spicier than throwing them in. They have to make sense. Avoid using he, she pronouns. Okay, that is an important one. So we're not just saying he or they. You need to be specific about who exactly you are talking about. I'm going to show another example of this actually. So this is one I found. Here's the one from this. So donated RVs help healthcare workers isolated from families. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Then they go into a little bit more. On Sunday at 9:34 a.m., a registered physician nurse, Laura Chanel, shared a post on Facebook about for Airdrie area moms. Okay, so there, we wouldn't want to say on Sunday to begin up here. That wouldn't be as strong. Another one I found is, okay, this one is about the Queen interacting with Boris Johnson, who is the president or the prime minister of the UK, and then her son Charles. The palace is silent on if she has tested, if she's had a COVID-19 test. Okay, so it says here, okay, so this isn't necessarily the best introduction. They could have even just said this. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson became the first major world leader to test positive for coronavirus. Johnson was last in the presence of 93-year-old Queen Elizabeth on March 11th, the palace told USA Today in a statement. Okay, whoa, that makes us want to read more. Well, what about the Queen? Notice here they have not used any he, she pronouns, okay? So we're not using he, she, or I should even put in they. Okay, they're telling us exactly who this is and who this is, very specific. And they've mentioned the 4 W's. They have not told us why. In this, they do go into mentioning that her son, Prince Charles, the Queen's son, has coronavirus. Right, so it says the Queen's son, Prince Charles, also tested positive for coronavirus earlier this week. And last came into contact with the Queen on March 12th. Okay, so it's kind of making us wonder, well, does the Queen have coronavirus? So it says here that the palace declined to comment on whether the Queen 93 and Prince Philip 89 have been tested for, 98 have been tested for coronavirus. Okay, so it doesn't really give away the why until later. That's pretty sneaky. It keeps us wanting to read quite a bit. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. I just want you to sort of start thinking about how you have done with your own lead. Have you included these things? So that's going to be your editing task for today, okay? Just go into your news article and see if you have done these things, okay? I was going to make you do a scavenger hunt of finding an effective lead and then posting it onto our Edmodo page for everyone else to see on ELA. But since this is so late, I'm not going to say that you have to do that. If you'd like to, that would be awesome. But I'm not going to say that's a mandatory task for tomorrow. All you need to do is just sort of think about this lesson and then see how you can implement it into your own work, which isn't due until Monday. And I do not want anyone to have submitted theirs yet because we're still going to be working on things today and tomorrow. Okay, good work.